Well, hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar. It's a great day here and I hope it's a great day where you are. And I'd like to remind everybody of what our mission is with Reliv, and that is to nourish the world in body, mind and spirit. We're in for a really great webinar today, and before we get started on it, I just want to remind everyone of what our 3-year vision is for Reliv Asia Pacific, and that is to reach $1 million in sales per month, because when the company is doing $1 million in sales per month, that means all the distributors who are active and engaged are also making money and working their way towards financial independence and financial freedom. Our top priorities for the year, and have been consistently through the year, and we're still focusing very much on these, are to increase our KPIs, which are key performance indicators. And of course, they're the standard things that we all need to look out for our business, and that's sponsoring, sales, advancements, and retention. And believe me, if these 4 things are increasing in your business, then your income's increasing and your business is increasing, and people in your organization are having their organizations increasing as well. We're out there developing the brand awareness so that when distributors speak to people, people have heard of Reliv, they've heard of our products. Brand awareness is such an important thing, and we're doing that through a number of ways. And of course, we're increasing our online capabilities, and we've implemented our social media strategy that we've been doing right throughout the year. And today's webinar has a lot to do with these 3 things that I've just talked about. And of course, our focus is on director, because that's the first level where you're really building an organization and getting into residual income. So guys, that's where our focus is as we move forward. And I'm really pleased to be introducing today our presidential bronze ambassadors from the Philippines, Dorothy and Sammy Tan, who are going to give you a fantastic presentation today on prospecting with Facebook. I've seen them do this presentation before. It's dynamic. These guys are really great people who I had the great pleasure to meet when I was recently in the Philippines, and I know that everyone is going to get so much out of today. So Dorothy and Sammy, welcome to the webinar, and over to you.
Hi Bernie, hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
Yes, this is Dorothy Tan, and we're from Quezon City, and we were introduced to Reliv almost 12 years ago. And we really got very good results with the product, starting with our children. They're used to have frequent cough and colds, but we would always resort to medications. Thank God there's Reliv. In about 2 months, we started their usual stamina, and I got help with my lifelong constipation issue. Improved my eye grade, lost all my pregnancy-related fats in about 5 weeks taking this product. That's why I just had to share this wonderful products to everyone.
Yes, and I'm Sammy Tan, and I've got great results from asthma and allergy. We've been doing this business for 12 years now, and this is our main income earners, and we've been doing this full time. And in the past years, we've been doing this business. We have a question or a problem. How do we expose ourselves to more people? How do we expose what we have to more people? Because it seems like when we do it one-on-one, it takes a long time to grow the business. So we went looking into Facebook marketing, because we know that Facebook is social marketing in digital steroid. It's word-of-mouth marketing multiplied by an exponent of 5 or more. So we went looking into Facebook, and we started tinkering with it and experimenting. And one thing we need to understand before we go any further is that Facebook is not Google. So what I mean by that is, when you want to search for something in the internet, you go to Google. But when you want to socialize, you go to Facebook. So Facebook is very different. It has different rules. One of the things that Facebook doesn't like is marketing, especially the Facebook audience. They don't like people marketing to them in their Facebook page. So you would ask them, how do we market to people in Facebook? Okay, you have to do so discreetly, because Facebook is called right angle marketing. You don't market direct, you market indirect. Okay, and I find that the stories that we have in Reliv is a great way to expose the product. And by just sharing my story in Facebook, I get to share it to hundreds or even thousands of audience. Okay. Now, Facebook have their marketing guidelines. In fact, if you go to Facebook Help and Facebook Marketing, Facebook will help you understand its marketing guidelines. They tell you what you can and cannot do. So it's good to pay attention to it, because if you violate the rules, they will take down your promotion or your posts or your ads. So pay attention to Facebook marketing guideline. When we started with prospecting in Facebook, I just had one question, and that question is, how do we get 20 sign-up a month? We started our page, and as you can see on the screen, this is how our page looked like. Unfortunately, you can't see it over in Australia and New Zealand because my page is only open to the Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore. Okay? And one of the reasons why I limit it is because I want the promotion to be targeted in this area first. Okay, so as you can see, although I put the picture of the product there, the theme of my page is about smarter, healthier kids. You can create any page, any theme you want, but just be sure it's something that you are passionate about, something that you are interested about, so that you can sustain the post. Now, this is the initial result of our page, our marketing effort. As you can see, the figures started shooting up starting July and August, because this is the month that we started focusing on Facebook marketing and putting a lot of money into Facebook marketing. In July, we have about 36 and then 37 signups. And actually, September, we already have 24 signups. So this is no longer accurate. And I'll show some of my personal stats as a result of our prospecting in Facebook. From April to June, we were just doing it sparingly, experimentally, just to see how it goes. And we had 70 new customers in 3 months and 4 new distributors, and we spent about 10,800 pesos. We spent more money, 15,000. We got 23 new customers, 7 distributors. In August, we spent a little bit more. We've got 27 new customers and 11 distributors. This is my own personal stats, so it doesn't include my group. The PGPV, we are increasing by 2,000 points every month. Except for this month, we increased by 3,000 points. These are new business, and most of this paid in full retail. And then moving over to our group stats, in July, we had 81 new customers and 37 new distributors coming in. Our PGBV is quite low, 19,534, but this is the group PGPV. In August, we have 75 new customers and 38 new distributors. Okay. 2 of my downlines duplicated us and set up their own page and did their own marketing in July. The 3 of us combined accounted for a total of 82 new people coming into my organization. So can you imagine that just 3 people doing this much volume? Can you imagine if we have 30? We could have about 1,000 people coming into my organization just in 1 month. Okay? And I think this is something unheard of in Reliv. Our stats, I get between 6 to 20 queries a day. I get 1 sale in 11 queries, or 1 new sale or sign up for every 500 pesos spent. This is about 11 or 12 Australian dollars. I spend about 1 Australian dollar per query. Okay, the query meant these are people who send a message to our page asking, how do I order the product? How do I, what is the product? Where can I buy the product? Okay, those are queries. I already have a database of more than 1,100 qualified leads, about 200 interested respondents, and 100 already converted. Okay, so it's about 8 to 9% conversion. Now, how has it changed what we do? Of course, there are many late nights, busy, and scrambling left and right, doing so many things, because if you have 30 new people coming in, the next thing you now have to ask is, how do you train people who wants to be distributors? And we're getting people all over the Philippines, from the north to the south. So we're not getting them just in the Metro Manila, but we're getting them all over. Okay, so we're scrambling. Happier to have fewer appointments. Before, I used to have to be very irritable when somebody canceled appointment, because I don't know what to do then. Okay, it means lost business, lost opportunity. But now, with no appointments, I'm very happy, because I can just go to a coffee shop, turn on my ads, and wait. So Facebook really gave us leverage on our time. And this is the best part. No longer need friends and relatives. Okay? With our direct selling effort before, we need our friends and relatives to help us. We need to set appointment with them. We need them to refer people to us. But with Facebook, we don't need that anymore. And it led to other opportunities like SPED seminars, talks in schools, offers in babies events, because our page is about young children. Okay, so it led us to other opportunities. Now, some people think that in Facebook, when you post something, all your friends will see it. To a certain extent, that's true. But if you are no longer relevant, it means that, or what we mean is, if what you're posting are no longer being read by people, Facebook will not show it to your friends anymore. And very soon you begin to wonder why you're posting things and your friends are not reading it. It's because your previous posts are no longer relevant. So in order to become relevant again, you have to pay Facebook to promote your post. And in order to do business with Facebook, you cannot use your own personal page to do business in Facebook. You have to create a business page, or a fan page, we call it. So you have to set up a different page, and then from that page, you do business in that page. Okay. Now, how do we replicate as a group? This is what we did. We choose a group of people that can do Facebook. Then we give them a preview and training with our page. Then we appoint them moderators of our page and let them see how we answer. And one of their assignment is they have to copy and paste all our best answers to different questions and create an Excel file where they have all the best answers in that file. Then we let them loose and let them test the water by assigning them days or slots. They pay us 300 pesos a night to advertise, and we run the ads, and we let them man our page. So whatever query they receive that day, it's their customer. And then what we do is we caddy them online. On the average, they receive about 6 to 20 queries. On a good night, they will have 20 queries. And our experience is it fast-forward their learning process with Reliv. When you caddy a person one-on-one, how many appointments can that person take you in 1 week? In my experience, most of my distributors only take me to 1 appointment. Now, what can that distributor learn in 1 appointment? Now, other distributors can take you to as much as 3 appointments. But what can he learn from that 3 appointments? Imagine in 1 night if you have 20 queries, and then all of a sudden they start receiving queries about a sickness that they never heard of. We have a sickness about Angelman syndrome. What's an Angelman syndrome? all of a sudden you're forced to learn, and then you're forced to give a response. So if they don't know how to respond, they will send it back to me and say, ask me, how do I respond to this? Then I will show them how I respond, especially to queries where I don't know anything about. I will always go back to our selling proposition and what it is. What is it? It's that we are just nutrition, and nutrition is the best way to repair the body. We do not know how their body will react, but we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If they're willing to try it, we're willing to take a risk. Why don't they try it for 30 days? So that's how we react or how we respond. We don't promise them cure. We don't promise them miracle. We just tell them we are nutrition, and we don't know how their body will react. But if they're willing to try it out, what can they lose? Okay, so when they do that, and they see how we respond, they immediately say something like, oh, I can do that. And that's how you respond. That's easy. I can do that. So usually in 2 nights of caddying, our experience is they receive the confidence to do it on their own. And some of them, after 2 nights, they will create their own page, because they tell me, I just realized that if I pay you, although the client is mine, but the people liking your page goes to your page. So I better create my own page so that when I advertise, at least I also get the likes. Okay. So that's what happens. So, and the duplication process becomes faster because people now learn faster and they gain confidence faster. Now this is how my key result will look like. My marketing plan, I call it the 60-21 marketing plan. What it means is in order to get 1 MA a month, I will need 20 new distributors and I will need 60 new customers. Okay. And I found this marketing plan to be true because I was able to hit that in 2 months, 30, 10, and 1/2. Okay, so in 2 months I got 1 MA. So when you advertise in Facebook, people who come in are called qualified leads. And they are qualified because the advertising is very specific. So when they come in, when I advertise asthma, most of them are asking about asthma. Okay, so the qualified leads, after you talk to them, become interested respondent, and some of them become customers and distributors. And then finally, you have to convert them to brand evangelists so that they keep talking about the product to other people. And as you can see, in Facebook, I put money into getting qualified leads, and I will have to put money into converting customers or distributors to brand evangelists. If you use other means like flyering, you will have costs in every aspect. Like after getting the qualified leads, you also pay costs in order to convert them to customers, because you will have to have coffee with them or meet them somewhere else. Okay. Now it's important that you get up to date with Facebook. So one of the books that I can recommend is this book, The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising by Perry Marshall and Thomas Meloch. And this is a great book. I read this book, and everything I know about Facebook is written here. Also, another good resource is Facebook Help. So just go to Facebook Help, and Facebook will help you create your page, create your ad, and give you the guidelines on how to do so. Now, I will give you 5 tips for people who like to go into Facebook marketing. Just 5 tips so that we don't get into each other's way. The number 1 very important tip is don't like each other's business page. Okay? You can like each other's personal page, but don't like each other's business page, because when I place my ads, if you like my page, it will go to your friends. So your friends will see my ads, and some of them might respond to it, and I do not know who they are. They might end up buying from me. Okay, so to prevent that, don't like each other's business page. Another tip is there's no first contact rule in Facebook marketing. It's possible that the person will see several ads and they might even respond to several ads and they might even end up talking to several distributors at the same time. So it's very confusing who got there first. The easiest rule of thumb is we just say whoever convinced a person to buy first or sign up first, and that's the person that that customer ought to be. Okay, so there's no first contact rule with Facebook. It's very hard to establish this. Next is you need to respect each other's people's page. What I mean by this is when you see other people putting up their own page, you might like to copy their page. There's no problem with that. But respect their page in the sense that don't put your personal numbers into the comment box, hoping that their customer might call you. Okay, this is very unethical. Don't rob the phone number of their clients. People who query sometimes leave their phone number, so some people will end up calling that phone number. So that's very unethical. Respect each other's people's page, no? Then be original. Create your own ads. So this is what happens to the Philippines, because my ads was creating a lot of stir, and a lot of people are asking about Reliv because of my ads. I posted an ad about a doctor whose daughter has global mental retardation. So what happened was some people says this ad works, so I might as well copy the ads, and they started promoting also using that ads. The problem is it's very confusing because now the office personnel doesn't know who they should credit the sale to. What if somebody just called the office and said, I saw these ads and I'd like to ask about Reliv, and then the office personnel would ask which page did you saw the ad, and they cannot remember the page. Okay. What happened is the office will always default to me because I was the first one who posted that ads. The office know that it's my page. Okay. So if you use my ad to promote and the people pass it around, most likely the credit will go to me. So be original, create your own ads. The ads does not need to be very dramatic. It can be very simple. I posted an ad which produced a lot of clicks, and that ad was just about a guy who says he used to spend $5,000 in asthma medication. Now he's not spending 1 cent. So it's that simple a story. It's receiving a lot of clicks. Okay, so it can be a very simple story. It doesn't need to be very dramatic. And finally, have focus. What we mean by this is, although we have a lot of great products, but each page promote only one product, create a niche. Like in my case, we started out by trying to promote the Now for Kids, but when we started our ads, the queries coming in were about special children, and with special children, we really use the regular Now and not the Now for Kids because they need more of the product, and it's very hard to give more of the product through Now for Kids. It's easier to use the regular Now to double scoop, to triple scoop it. So we ended up just promoting the Now. Okay, so in your case, if you want to promote products for diabetics, you might like to just focus on the Glucafect because it's very confusing for your audience. If I have my audience are young parents with kids, then all of a sudden I promoted Reverse Age because I wanted to earn more. My Reverse Age has a higher profit level per can. I would lose my audience. And if I lose my audience and they are no longer reading my posts, I will have to pay Facebook more money to get them back. So it's better for you to just be focused on your page, have a niche, and be clear with your message and promote it and prospect. Facebook is very efficient. It has done wonders for our business. We are adding 2,000, 3,000 new PGPV every month. It's by my projection that by December we will hit Calogres every month because of our new Facebook audience and sales and high retail and wholesale volume. Okay, so this is great. Imagine for overrides you only earn about 8% maximum, but for full retail you earn 40%. Okay, so this is what we like to share. Facebook marketing. Thank you very much. I'd like to give the time back to Bernie. Take it away, Bernie.
Thank you so much, Sammy. That was fantastic, and I know everybody would have gained not only a lot of information and insight from that, but a lot of inspiration as to what they can possibly achieve. And you guys have really shown that there are more than one way to skin a cat, so to speak, that we don't have to be stuck in paradigms of how to go about doing things. We don't have to be stuck in paradigms about how this business works and how this industry works, that we can think outside of the square or think outside the box, and that we can actually move forward and embrace technology, and particularly embrace social media, because it is becoming such a major part of our lives these days. And I know that when I was in the Philippines, or before I went to the Philippines, a lot of people mentioned to me that there wasn't a lot of internet penetration in the Philippines, but that's not what statistics prove. And I found that when I was there, and also the people who are active in building the business predominantly are utilizing the internet and utilizing social media. And you only have to have a look at the Philippines Facebook page, the Reliv Philippines Facebook page, to see that. And you guys have really grabbed something here and working with it, and congratulations to you for your success, and thank you so much for sharing it and being willing to share your success with us right throughout Asia Pacific. And I just want to remind everybody of some ignition updates of what's happening. As we all know, on the 1st of October throughout the rest of Asia Pacific, we are launching the Ignition Strategies, which is very exciting. We had the Ignition launch in the Philippines just a couple of weeks ago. We've got an Ignition launch event happening in Kuala Lumpur on the 26th, and we've got some more events happening in Manila and in Bacolod. In Manila on the 22nd of October, I'll be over there. In Bacolod on the 23rd, and then of course, as I've just mentioned, in Kuala Lumpur, we've got the official Ignition launch at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon on the Saturday. So they're going to be great events. So make sure that anybody you know, anybody throughout the Asia Pacific who's listening to this webinar, watching this webinar, tell your friends, anyone who live in any one of these cities, to get along to these events, because they will be fantastic events, well attended, and this is the future. Ignition, the Ignition strategy is working. It's proven to be working throughout Australia and New Zealand, and we're going to see the same momentum and the same successes happening throughout the Philippines and throughout Malaysia and Singapore as well. So please let everyone know about these events. And of course, our big Australia-New Zealand annual conference, the Take the Lead conference on the 11th and 12th of October. I think we still have a couple of seats left for the gala dinner on the Saturday night, and because there's limited numbers for that. And of course, everybody is welcome to come along on the Saturday, and new distributors still get the early bird price. That's any person who signs up as a new distributor between now and the 12th of October, they will get the early bird price to come along to the conference. And of course, remember, on the Friday night before, which is the 11th, we will have a business presentation, and that is open to everybody, and that's obviously, it's free to attend. And all the people coming to the conference, we obviously expect that you'll be there, and anybody that anybody knows who's living in Melbourne, get them along to that evening event on Friday, the 11th October at 7:30 p.m. Remember, everyone, be on the lookout every Monday for each week's webinar link, and that goes out via email through an e-blast, and also is posted on Facebook. And then every Tuesday, the webinar is posted on our YouTube channel, which is Reliv ANZ. And as we move forward, the Philippines is creating their own YouTube channel, and there'll be more information about that, so that everyone throughout the Philippines will be able to get access to all the information as well. But in the meantime, everybody who's listening to the webinar is more than welcome to get on board and look at our Reliv ANZ channel on YouTube. And remember that all the new videos that have been put up by Reliv, they're on that channel there with the American voiceover. We've got the Australian voiceover, and we've got a Kiwi voiceover, and there'll be more coming and as we go down the track. So guys, get out there, ignite your business, have success, and work your way towards that financial independence and financial freedom that you're looking for with Reliv. Thanks again for being on the webinar today, everyone. And again, get out there and ignite your business. Thank you.